what some of you have learned before, and it will serve as another exposure for you why you must get to the top. How do you get to the top? Please pay attention, pay rapt attention. And for those of you who have gone through this training before, this is a privilege for you to refresh your mind and be ready to adopt the principles of how to get to the top. If this is your first time, you're privileged and you're blessed. All right. If your downlines are not here, never get tired of pushing your downlines to attend cell meetings, reminding them to attend cell meetings. All active partners, if you have EAPs, you better call them now. Don't ever get to the point that you are tired. Get them involved. Make sure that you invite them, call to remind them to be on this cell meeting. Some of them may not have seen the link on time, so you need to call them to log in. You need to send a message personally to log in. It is very imperative. Why? Because that is how your business will grow. Your business cannot grow if you are the only one attending cell meetings. So I'm going to give you guys just 2 minutes to do this. Once it is 8:20, we start. Just 2 minutes. We've taken time. We had a meeting earlier this morning. Apologies for starting the meeting a tad bit late. I think like 2 minutes late. All right. So you have 1 more minute to do this. Reach out to all of your downlines. Reach out to all of them. Make sure that they are around. You have 1 more minute to do this. Send them a message quickly. Log in right now. Masterclass, log in. Go to your EAP platforms. Let them know to log in right now. You have less than 1 minute to do this. You have less than 1 minute to do this. All right, this is 8:20. So bring out your writing materials and let's dive in. So let's start. What does it mean for you to get to the top? What does it mean to you to get to the top? All right. Does it mean that you have for instance, because we have to check where we're coming from. Because if we say we want to get to the top, where are you at the moment? All right. For some of you have a job that wakes you up very early in the morning. You go to a job you don't either like or you're not comfortable with. But it is the same cycle every single day, every single week, every single month, every single day. This year is about to run out and you're having almost the same experience. And you have a boss sitting on your neck saying you have to deliver, otherwise you get fired. All right. And it's a job that you're not getting the benefit. You're working so hard, but at the end of the day, they're not paying you what you are worth. All right. And yet somebody's sitting on your neck and requesting that you deliver heaven and earth. All right. So you don't have control over your time. You're in the same motion, but at the same spot. And your boss, doesn't really care about you. And then you have what you call a salary that takes everything from you. You have rent to pay, school fees, utility bills, food, gas, TV, house rent, transportation. Everything is demanded for that just one salary. And then things are getting really, really tough. So why do you need to get to the top? What does the top mean to you? Yesterday I was asking someone a question, and I said, how much do you want to be making in this business? And she said, I didn't push her. She said by herself, I want to be making 2.5 million every month. 2.5 million every month. And I said, fantastic. So I showed her how to get that by using the Project Activate. And then after I said, do you have any questions? She said, yes, please. So how can I do this? I don't like talking to people. So my own challenge, I don't want to talk to anybody. So now there's a disconnect with what you want and the reality. So now I asked her, have you ever, be sincere with me, have you ever seen anyone who makes 2.5 million every month without talking? Please show me. I'm not talking about a criminal. I'm talking about, because I don't know, right? They might be existing. There might be, you know, people who are making that kind of money every month right now, and they're not talking, but that is not how they started. They'd already built systems. Now the money is speaking for them in different investment portfolios that they don't need to talk. But you're still broke today. You can't scratch 100,000 naira or 200,000 naira or 500,000 naira to your name. So you haven't built a portfolio at all. You haven't built a system at all. And you are talking about making 2.5 million without talking. Are you guys seeing the disparity? So first of all, let's deal with that. Deal with where you are now, and then now deal with how to get to where you want to go to. So what does the top mean to you? Does it mean 500,000 every month, 3 million every month, 10 million naira every month, 50 million naira every month, even 200 million naira every month? Now, this might be one of the things that you want, all right? One of the things that you want, but we have to detach it from fantasy. You have to marry your goals with the reality and not fantasizing over it. Because it appeared to me that it was more or less like a fantasy. I want to be making 2.5 million, but you know, it wasn't a realistic want, if I may put it that way. Because there was an element of fantasy attached to how to get that thing you want. You don't want to talk, but you want to make 2.5 million. No. It ain't gonna work like that. Nahi. All right, and I'll have to tell you the truth. But today, this training is to tell you the truth, not to massage your ego or to make you feel good. This is authentic. So I'm going to give you 3 major steps to get to the top. Number 1, master the mindset. You must master the mindset. You see, the mind will keep you in this game longer. And the longer you are in the game, the higher your chances of success. If this business is like you're building a system, you have to understand this, guys. Some of you come into the business and you go all out, full throttle, all right, in the first couple of weeks, and you kind of burn out because you're not seeing any result per se, and then you quit. You go to another place believing that this one will pay you faster and bigger, right? Now, I want you to visualize a 5-story plaza, 5 stories that have blocks of flats, and you want to use that plaza for business purposes. You know, people are willing to pay you to pack into that plaza. Now, you're building the plaza. You are on your 4th month of constructing this 5-story plaza, and you have not completed. You are still on the 2nd story. All right. Can I ask you a question? Will you begin to make profit from that plaza on a natural? I'm not talking about dynamic business engagement where you bring in investors. Will you begin to make profit from whatever angle you look at it? The answer is no, right? Now, in the 5th month, you are not bringing revenue from that building yet, yeah? Would you drop that building at that point and migrate to start building another one? Because this one, oh, maybe I'm building this one in Yaba. Let me go to Ikoyi and build. Maybe people in Ikoyi will begin to pay me even if I've not completed the building, they'll begin to bring me profit. Will it happen? No. Go to Ikoyi, you have to start from scratch again, from ground zero, foundation to first, second, third, and fifth story. Now, you won't do that, right? That's exactly how this business works. But you see, your mindset is the problem. Your mindset is not allowing you to understand that you're about to build a system. If you play short term in this business, you can't go far. I'm going to show you why. Because, in fact, it's not just this business. Any system whatsoever that you want to build, if you want to build a pipeline, let's look at another industry. Dangote wanted to build a refinery. How many years ago, to 2013, thereabout, he borrowed billions of dollars to begin to build the refinery. It's completed now. But how many years have passed? This guy hasn't raked in any profit from that. I used to how the rich think. If you want to get to the top, you must have a long-term mindset. A long-term mindset if you want to get to the top. Because top means you are going to build a system. Top does not mean making money. No. You can make money today and you're broke tomorrow. In this business, we've seen people. I know someone who started before me in this business. She made 30 million in 3 years of doing the business. And when I started, in just 4 months after I started, her team collapsed because she was part of the people that carried her money, bulk of her money, and went to put into Ponzi scheme called, what's the name of this Ponzi scheme? MMM, right? That crashed. She got that most of the money she made from this business and put into MMM and lost everything. And guess what? She came back to me and said, please help me. All of my partners are no longer functional. Please help me. From hero to zero, lost everything. So it's not about making money. It's about getting to the top. Is not about making money. It's about building a system. Building a system requires time. For you to be patient enough, to stay long enough for the miracle in this business to set in, you must master your mindset. So how do you master your mindset? Brainwash your mind. By written books, audio books, YouTube trainings, cell meetings, this will help to brainwash. You have to brainwash your mind. It's what you tell your mind that your mind accepts. What I'm doing to you now is brainwashing your mind. Brainwashing is not bad. People use it in a bad connotation regularly, but it's not bad in itself. Brainwashing your mind is reprogramming your mindset. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with the example I gave you, that if you're building a plaza, it will take some time. Do you know that that plaza, when you're building it, you will even be borrowing money to put into that plaza to make sure that it stands, right? Even if you have a salary and then you are building the plaza, some of the money coming from your salary is going to that plaza. Your family is going to sacrifice it. I mean, people around you, you probably stop doing a lot of things that you used to do before. If you wanted to buy a very nice car, you won't buy it. The money you would have used to buy the nice car goes into the completion of that plaza. That is the mindset you have to possess. You see, when you read books, when you listen to audios, it helps to begin to brainwash and reprogram your mind, to begin to think long-term as against short-term. Cell meetings do that as well. Now, audit your inner circle. This is very important. Now, yes, you have the liberty to read wide, listen to audiobooks, YouTube trainings, and cell meetings. But guess what? There's something that happens with your inner circle. Your inner circle. You see, do you have positive inner circle or negative inner circle? Because no matter what you read, if you are in the midst of this inner circle, it will be a challenge. So we're going to do an exercise. It's a task. Now I want you to write down all your inner circle names and categorize them with N or P. N is negative, P is positive. Now I'm going to explain what that means. So you're going to have to, now inner circle could be the people that have direct contact and influence over you. Your very close friends, your father, your aunties, your uncles. There's some uncles that you don't really get to talk to all the time. They don't have particular influence over you. They're just there. You know that you have an uncle there. He doesn't say, but then there's some other uncles or aunties that they're in your case. They want to know what you're doing. Sometimes they help you financially. So if you want to do anything, they want to vet it. All right. So these are the names you're going to write down. These are the people you're in contact with almost on a regular, all right? There is no disconnect with them. They are your inner circle. So your friends, your father, your mother. Some people are not directly in touch with their mom or their father, so don't put their name. I mean, they're not of any influence to you, okay? Yeah, if you're like that, you don't have to put their name because but I'm talking about those who can form a level of influence over you. Put their names down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 7 of them, 12 of them, 2 of them, whatever it is, right? But categorize after writing, please, you have to do this right now as I'm speaking to you. I'm going to give you 1 minute. So as I'm speaking, I hope you're writing it down. As I'm speaking, write. Now, let me explain negative and positive. After writing the names down, you now have to categorize them as negative. Now, negative people are those who complain a lot. They gossip. They discuss people. They are dramatic. Anyone that depletes your energy is a negative person. Anyone that creates fear in you is a negative person. So that's your auntie that complains a lot. Put N there. That's your friend that gossips. All they are talking about is other people. But she's still close to you though. Put N. All right. That's your maybe your cousin. Anytime she comes to you, she's just an energy drainer, drama queen. But you know, you're just managing her. She's still your cousin, but maybe you guys stay together. Put N. All right. These are negative people, but positive people are those who always encourage you. They may not know what you're doing, but they encourage you. They discuss ideas. They don't discuss human beings. All right. They talk always how to grow. They're always talking about, man, have you read this book? Write their name down as P. They have positive vibes, right? That P to their name, right? These are the negatives and the positives. So what do? You have this document now, right? What are we discussing? How to master your mind. So have you categorized these people with N and P? If you have, then this is the task computation. If the number of negative people, write it down. I mean, out of 10, all right, put N and P. If the number of negative people, the number of N's in your inner circle is more than 25%, you are in danger. If the number of negative people in your inner circle is more than 25, you're in danger. Yeah, 25%. If you have 10 people in your inner circle, and let's say 2 of them are negative, you're still okay, all right? But if 3 of them are negative, there's danger. 4 of them are negative, there's danger already. You can never go farther than the mindset of your inner circle. These guys have dominion over you. The people you hang around with the most will affect your mindset. Once you master the mindset, you'll be able to stay long enough for your breakthrough to manifest. The mind keeps you long enough. The mind will not bring money to you, the mindset. It will bring money to you, but it will keep you long enough in the business for your breakthrough to manifest. So do this exercise, and if you have more than 25% of negative people around you, please cut them off. If you have 3, cut 1 off. Maybe 1 is your husband or your wife, all right? And the second one is and you're staying with that one, no problem. And then the second one is maybe your father who pays some of your bills for now. That's okay. But the remaining, and you have 10, for instance, but the remaining 9 are all positive guys, positive, P. You are in good hands, you're good. But if you have a third one who is negative, cut that person off completely from your life. If not completely, but at least for a time being until you're done building a system. Now, skill 2. Skill set. First is the mindset. Number 2 is skill set. You want to go to the top, right? I'm bringing the reality to you. not the fantasy that, oh, yeah, I want to make 2.5 million every month. I want to make 20 million every month. You know, this is what it takes. Now, if mindset keeps you playing the game, skill set, what? Skill set gets you paid for playing the game. If mindset keeps you playing the game, skill set gets you paid for playing the game. So you want to also get paid while you are staying in the game long enough. Now, excuse me, watch this. In the beginning, you do a lot of work in this business and get little pay. Now, later you get huge pay with little effort. Okay? Later you get little effort you put into the business, but boom, make a lot of money. Make it a lot of money. That is the projection of this business. So you see, understanding that this is how the business works will help you. I've been studying a lot and I've been researching and consuming a lot of content from different players in this industry, and man, all of them are saying the same thing. In fact, where I got that assignment was from Fraser Brooks. There's a place he categorized it, and he, you know, how to manage your inner circle, right? A long time ago, I saw him do that, and I took it and I did it. Today, I don't have any negative person in my inner circle, not one. Not even my mother, because I have to tell her, look, mama, this is how I do. Anything that you say that is negative, I will not condone it. I won't even listen to you. If we're speaking and you begin to say anything negative, mama, I'm going to call the call on you and call you back later. And she knows. I can't entertain any negative vibe in my life. No, sir. This life is once. I need to enjoy my life. I need to live a good life. I need to live a fulfilling life, no matter how long I'm going to stay. All right. I need it to be impactful, fulfilling. I cannot entertain any negativity. So I'm going back to mindset, because it's very important that you understand that mindset is very. See, if I had the time, I would have spent like 30 to 40 minutes of mindset, but I don't have the time. That's where everything starts, and that's where everything ends. It's from the mind. It's not the skill set. If your mind is bad, if your mind is altered, if your mind is in captivity of some sort, you can't even be patient to learn any skill set. Do you understand? So now let's come back to the skill set. This business, when you acquire the skills in this business, in the beginning you do a lot of work and get a little pay. So, you know, like I told you, if you're building that plaza, you're not going to make any profit. But the good news is that in this business, when you're building, you'll be making some profit. I'm not saying you'll be making money, you'll be making profit, because every kobo you make in this business is profit. But here's the dynamics. If you're building a plaza, you're not making any money at all. You're putting all the money you have into that plaza. Remember that when the plaza is standing and people begin to pay to rent out your space, you will continue to make money for the rest of your life. As far as this plaza is concerned, it's standing. You make money even when you die, because that's a system, right? But you see, the difference between that concept and this business is, in the beginning, when you're building this business, you'll be making money. Not, of course, not much, right? But the challenge is this: because you begin to make money, you begin to eat the money you make. No, that money is supposed to go back to the system. Now, if this is all you're doing, if this is the only business you're doing, now what you do is you have you create a portfolio. So 50%, as in the beginning, 50% of the money you make now, you put it back in the business. 50% live off of the 50%. If you're living off, let's say you make 100,000 naira, remove 50,000 naira and keep it for the business. Use it to buy recharge card for making calls, data for your Zoom meetings, and perhaps keeping some money aside for paying for an office space. All right. So that's 50,000 naira that's where it's gonna come from. And then the remaining 50,000 naira you leave off here. When you're telling me, no, I have a family now. Come on, man. I cannot leave off 50,000 naira. But hey, hello, you've been living off less than 50,000 naira a month before you started this business. What are you talking about? The reason you're complaining that, oh, I have so much responsibility, is because you are living in a fantasy world, thinking that you're going to build the system anyhow. No, you have to discipline yourself. Be aware of a man who's disciplined. Divide that income. Next month, you make another 100,000 naira. Divide it into two. That's 50,000 naira goes back into the business and you work on the 50. At this point, I would even suggest that you divide that income into four. Sorry. Divide it into four. This is my own suggestion. Don't divide it into two, right? Now, if you ask me, dividing into two means I'm playing into your weakness. I'm supposed to be pushing you to discipline yourself, right? It's not easy, but it's worth it. You make an income, divide, let's say you make 100,000, you divide it into four. One part, you save it. Two parts, you put it back into the business. One part, you eat. Let me say it again. Divide into four. One portion, 25K, you save it. Then 50K, put it back into the business. You leave off 25K. Okay. But if you want to leave off, if you want to have enough more money to live off and be comfortable with, then make more money. Discipline yourself and make more money. So if you make 500,000 naira, divide it into four. All right? Divide it into four. So now you have more than 100,000 naira to live off by, Abi. That's how it works. Now, at this point, remember, this is not a job. This is a business for job replacement. This is not a job. This is a business for job replacement. So this is, you all are now, once you become an active partner, you are an independent business owner. You are actually building a business that you will own. Your upline will not own it, you will own it. But understand that this is not a job. A job, you wait for things to happen. A business, you make things happen. So you're using this business model to replace your job. Now, why is this good for those who also used to have a job? Because in a job, there's no risk. Your bosses take all the risk. I'm going to lose money. All the risk involved in businesses, oh my goodness. And that is why you don't have an alternative source of income. You don't have multiple sources of income, right? Abi? Fine. But guess what? Good news. This is a business that will replace your job, because this is the only business that you can make huge sums of money, more than whatever they're paying you in your job, without financial risk. So that is why it's a business that replaces your job. Why? In a job, there's no risk. In this business, there's no risk. However, in your job, you can't live your dream. In this business, you can live your dream. So you have to have that mental acceptance that this is a powerful job replacement, a powerful business that replaces your job. But you have to treat it as a business anyways. Do you understand? Let me make this a foundational statement that I'm going to say it again. In a job, if you're an employee, employees usually wait for things to happen. They wait for their bosses to tell them what to do. They wait for the end of the month for them to get paid salary. They wait until they get a raise, Abi. So they are waiting. They are waiters by default. Nobody trains them to be waiters, but they wait. They just wait. They just wait. If you tell them to do anything, if you say, honey, let's take the children out on vacation, they'll wait. They have not paid salary. But in this, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, we don't wait for things to happen. We go out to make things happen. And it can be defined in different ways. For instance, if you have a job mentality, and this is where your mindset also is, if you have a job mentality and you start this business, here's what's going to happen, because you lack skill set. What's going to happen is that you invite someone and they see our business opportunity and they say, do you know what, let me think about it. It's okay, no problem. I'll give you some time to think about it. What are you doing? Subconsciously, you are manifesting your skill as a job or an employee. So you're waiting for the person to get back to you. That person will not get back to you until the death of time. But entrepreneurs, we don't wait for you to get back to us. You say, okay, you're going to get back to me. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. I hear you. But IK, I understand that you are also busy. You have other things to do. So let's do it this way. Here's what you're going to do. Which time is okay for me to get back to you? I will be the one to get back to you. Should I get back to you tomorrow or next? Which one is better for you? Okay, get back to me next. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to write you. Is it okay that I remind you that I'm going to get back to you by the day after tomorrow? Oh, yeah, no problem. Then tomorrow, what do? You send him, hey, how you doing? I hope everything's okay. Just a quick reminder, we're going to meet tomorrow. And then that next day, because you are journaling everything, you have a book where you write down that I'm going to meet him tomorrow. And then the next day, second day later, you call him. That's what entrepreneurs do. We go and get things done. We don't wait for him to call back because he will forget. And that's what happens every time, because when the person says, I'm going to call you, it doesn't mean that everything he's going through will stop in his life. As leaving you, responsibilities are increasing, he will definitely forget to call you. So are you seeing that with a job mentality, you can't go far, you cannot get to the top here? Now, let me also give you a business example, a business format. Now, some of you know this, yeah? What if I gave you an opportunity to take one kobo that duplicates in value every day for just 31 days, or take 3 million naira in cash? Which one would you take? Take 3 million naira in cash, whatever you want to do with it, or take one kobo that duplicates in value every day for just 31 days. Which one would you honestly take? Now, this question has been asked several times. A lot of people, sincerely, if I ask this question in public, people prefer to take the one that seems sexy. Oh, one kobo that duplicates, yeah. But in reality, the way it do you, most people take 3 million naira. That's the honest truth. Because, I mean, you have some things you're doing with this 3 million naira, but I've also found out that when people say they're going to take 3 million naira, it's not concrete. They're just taking it because their mindset thinks of now. Most people, they think of now. These people will never build a system. They can never end wealthy, not because they have been ordained to end poor, but simply because of their mindset. There was a lady that said, I'll take 3 million naira. I said, okay, so what are you going to do with 3 million naira? And she said, I'll start a business. So fantastic. So what business are you going to start? I've not thought about it, but I'm going to start a business. Are you seeing? So why do you need 3 million naira? You're first of all going to buy a Brazilian hair of 250,000 naira. The second thing, you're going to take your friends out. And before you know it, that 3 million naira would now, what's remaining is 1.1 million naira. And then you say, okay, I'm still going to start a business. No problem. I'm still going to start a business. And then your siblings begin to call you. You begin to give them 20K here, 50K here. Before you know it, you only have 200,000 naira left. And you say, hey, please, sir, which business can I start with 200,000 naira? That's what happens. But let's check. I would take one kobo that duplicates in value every day for just 31 days. Now, that sounds a little bit tacky. One kobo, not even 1 naira that duplicates, one kobo. Now, let's even put another condition to this. The 1 kobo will be in the bank for you. You have to put in 2 hours of work. And then if you do 2 hours of work in a day, the 1 kobo will duplicate to 2 kobo. And then the next day you put another 2 hours of work, and the 2 kobo in the bank will duplicate to 4 kobo. And the next day you put another 2 hours. So you're putting 2 hours every day for this 1 kobo in the bank to duplicate. However, after 31 days, whatever the 1 kobo duplicates in the bank for you, you go pick it up. Anything it is, you pick it up, right? Now, from the peripheral thought, how can 1 kobo that duplicates every day equal 3 million in just 31 days? That's not possible. So, sir, why are you saying that's what you're going to take? Let's check what 1 kobo would amount to in 31 days quickly. So today is 1 kobo in the bank. I do 2 hours of work, and the next day it becomes 2 kobo. If I do 2 hours of work, the next day it becomes 4 kobo. I do 2 hours of work, the next day it becomes 8 kobo. 6 days later it's 32 kobo, not even up to 1 naira. Day 7 is 64 kobo. Day 8 is 1 naira. My goodness, I've worked consistently for 8 days, and in the bank is just 1 naira 28 kobo. How many people can stand that? And then day 9 is 2.56 kobo, 2 naira 56 kobo, 5 naira, and day 10, day 11 is 10 naira, day 12 is 20 naira, day 13 is 40 naira, day 14 is 81 naira and 2 kobo, day 15 is 163 naira, 84 kobo. Hold on a second. Day 15, and you've been putting 2 hours of work. Sir, excuse me, are you sure we don't go and take that 3 million naira and just go and rest? But the honest truth is, a lot of people would give up at this point and they go take that 3 million. And there's nothing wrong taking the 3 million, right? But let's get to the end of 31 days, because that's what we said. However, on day 15, what if you're hungry in your house and your family haven't eaten, you've not eaten anything, and all you have in the bank is 163 naira? What you gonna do? So this is where the skill set is important to understand how this business works and the mindset you need to impute in it. But let's be patient a little bit, because on day 16, you now have 327 naira. What would 327 naira buy for you? Nothing much though. But day 17, you have 655 naira 36 kobo times 2. So that is 1,310 naira, all right? I mean, it's duplicating. And you do another 2 hours of work, day 19, it duplicates to 2,621 naira, 144 kobo. Day 20 and day 21, of course, the day 20 duplicates to 5,242 kobo, and 242 naira, 88 kobo. Day 21, it duplicates to what? 5,242 times 2 is 10,485 naira, 76 kobo. Day 22, it duplicates to 20,000 naira. Day 23, it begins to make sense, right? It duplicates to 41,943 naira. Day 24, man, you put in another 2 hours of work and you got 83,000, not up to 100,000 naira. My goodness, what am I doing? But hold on a second. Let's get to day 31. Day 24 is 167,000 naira plus. Day 26 is 335,544 naira, 32 kobo. Oh my goodness. Now that's beginning to make sense, right? We're simply duplicating day 27. You have more energy. You put in 2 hours of work and it duplicates to 671,888 naira 64 kobo. It duplicates on the 28th day to 1.3 million. Ladies and gentlemen, in 29th day, it duplicates to 2.68 million, 684 million. And day 30, it duplicates to 5.368 million. Ha! Woo! Now you are richer than the person that took the 3 million, right? But it took you 31 days of hard work. But hold on a second. It's not up to 30 days. We'd say 31 days. So on the 31st day, it will duplicate to what? Boom. 10.7 million. No comparison to the dude that has the 3 million. This is a formula that the rich understand. And they are willing to stay. Now, can I ask you a question? What if this is not, see, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Never forget this in your life till you die. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If you implement this in real life, you get the resultant effect. If it is money, it will duplicate like this. It will happen like this. If it's human beings and you want numbers in human beings, it will duplicate like this. But here's the thing. But look at this. Look at this. What if this does not duplicate every day, but it duplicates every month? That means in the 31st month, you'll be a multi-millionaire. But meanwhile, somebody took the 3 million naira. And where would the person be with that 3 million naira? They've burnt out the 3 million naira. Are you seeing how the rich think? If you want to get to the top, you must have the mindset to be patient enough for your breakthrough to manifest. In this business, the duplication doesn't happen every day. It actually happens monthly. So you have a trajectory that in your 31st month, the miracle will happen in this business for you. Second thing, this business does not operate like this, whereby money is in the bank for you and it's duplicating. No. What is actually duplicating is human beings. So what you're seeing here is not one cover that duplicates. It's actually human beings that duplicate. So you have one person you sponsor today, and tomorrow you train and work with the person so that he will sponsor one person, two persons tomorrow. And those 2 persons, you work with them and train them on how they're going to sponsor 2 persons, right? Now, in theory, it makes sense, but in practice, that is where you need the skill set. Do you understand now? Because what we're duplicating in this business are human beings. Let's walk down. Let's go down to day 30, no, month 31, assuming we're using months, okay? Month 31, you now have 10,737, 10,737,418 people in your team, okay? Please, I want you to work this mathematics with me. Remember, numbers don't lie. What if out of these 10 million people in your business, over 10 million people in your business, let's remove only 737 people, all right? 737,000 people. You now 31 days later, I'm showing you how to get to the top. In this business, it is not your money that duplicates. It's the people in your business that duplicate, right? Good. So let's assume you have now 10 million, over 10 million people in your business, and all the 10 million people are not functional, all right? They all went to sleep. The only people that are functional are 737 people, okay? All right, let's bring it down. The only functional people are just 100,000 people. So that's ridiculously low, but because you will tell me, oh my goodness, not everybody will be functional. Of course. If you don't have good leadership skills, not everybody will be functional. At least majority will be functional. But let's assume that you didn't develop a good enough skills, right? And only 100,000, not 2 million, not 10 million, not 5 million, not even 700,000, not 400,000, 100,000 people are functional, right? Now, this is where the money is. Out of these 100,000 people, what you are making from each person when they reorder products, remember they are functional, so they are buying products. They are buying products to use and enjoy for themselves. They're not even selling. Some of them might be selling, but the bottom line is that they're all buying products they want to use. And because you are building a system, you have a concession. You are earning something from whatever they buy. And let's assume that is just, let me not use dollars, let me use naira, okay? You're making as little as 1,000 naira. If you're a global ambassador, you make a whole lot of money. That's over 30% of whatever your people buy, all right? So let's bring it down, not 30%, not 20%, just 1,000 naira. That's what you're making. Now you have 100,000 people in your team purchasing products every month to use. And you're making, and these people, you don't even know them. They're scattered across the world. And then you're making just 1,000 naira from each purchase. Have you punched it? I don't want to use 1,000 naira. I'm going to use 500 naira. You're just making 500 naira. 500 naira from each person's purchase. Just 500 naira. That's 50 million naira in a month. And 10 million people are not active. Less than 1% are active. And you're still making 50 million. Are you understanding what I'm saying? At that time, people will say, oh, you are doing drugs. Oh, it's not this business you're doing. No. They lack understanding. And that is why I can stay here and tell you that by 2024, 2025, I should be making 185 million every month. So let's go. What you just saw is the most powerful force in the universe, and that is compound interest. This was what Albert Einstein said. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't understand it works for those who do. Selah, take it to the bank. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So we're still on skill set. So how do you increase your skill set? Study, implement, recalibrate. All right? Study the business, study the skills. We have 7 skills here. You have to study them, implement, and recalibrate. Interact with successful people. They'll help you to change your mind. Seek mentorship and clarity. And of course, be accountable. And promoting events is the most powerful one. The most powerful because, it's an event that you're going to have to work with your team. Well, the skill is not you attending events, it's promoting. You must have the skill to promote event. Remember what I said? You saw the trajectory, the one couple that duplicates daily, right? Then I told you, what if it duplicates every month? That's how our business works. But hey, taking it further, it's not only money that duplicates here. It's not money that duplicates, pardon me. It is human beings that duplicate, right? So if it is human beings that duplicate, yeah, then that means you need to learn how to work with people, human beings. Now, let me tell you what Ponzi scheme did. Ponzi scheme understands this number, and what they did was they removed the human element, and they want to use non-physical element, money in itself. So, okay, you put 2 naira, get somebody who will put another 2 naira and then to be duplicated, right? That is the essence of Ponzi scheme. They're using that formula, that compounding interest formula, right? But the reason it's Ponzi scheme is because they have removed the element that makes that compounding formula work, which is value. So Ponzi scheme remove value in product or service, and they just tell you bring money, and then we'll pay you when you bring 2 people, and those 2 people will bring 2 people will pay you. That is Ponzi scheme. There's no value to sustained duplication. Are you communicating? You heard me say that in our business, what duplicates are human beings, but those human beings are doing something. Those human beings are purchasing products for themselves. They love the products. So we teach them how to use the products, we teach them how to love the products, they use it. Now, we don't teach them how to love the products, we teach them how to use the product. And when they use the product, they begin to love the products, right? How do you use the product? Just start and use the products, buy, use, and connect. So when they use the product, now because the products are effective and they're useful, and oh my goodness, they keep purchasing it. And as they are purchasing it, you are effectively and perpetually connected to a commission that comes to you whenever they purchase the product. Do you understand? So that's why this cannot crash, because there's value. People will love the product, and the company will continue to make money because they are selling the products. But because you created a team of consumers, you'll be making money for the rest of your life. So for you to now have men who are not just consuming the products, but men who also want to duplicate so that you will make more money and they will make more money, you now need to know how to promote events to put those men in your team in a room and a hall where they will get more training, more deep insights, more testimonials on how to work the business. Are you understanding me? Pay attention to this. You see, this is the most powerful skill in this business. There are 7 skills. The most powerful is promoting event. Listen to this video.
I want you to hear this story for a couple reasons. Number one, because it doesn't matter where you are today. If you're struggling right now, you're sharing a room with people, you're trying to figure it out, you're not eating room service, and you're on a budget trying to make this all work. I just want you to know that your situation can change if you really make a decision. That's number one. Number two, I will tell you that the highest paid skill in network marketing is your ability to promote. If you can get butts and seats, it changes your entire dynamic back in your local marketplace, and being relentless in that promotion.
So it's not just being promoting, it's being relentless. Now, ask yourself, have I been relentlessly promoting the Emerge 2023? The answer is no. You've not even bought your ticket. And you're wondering, by next year, you are still struggling. Oh yes, there are some people that started this business in 2019. They are still struggling, but they're doing everything right. So they think, and they're forgetting that the most important skill is promoting events relentlessly. That's what the money is, because we're dealing with human numbers, human beings. And the more you can promote events, and those human beings are seated in the event, the miracle happen in them, and they will go out and become empowered. The more empowered they are, the more money you make. So 3, leadership development skill. If you want to get to the top, first, shift your mindset. Second is what? Skill set. You must acquire the 7th skill set, completing it with the what? The promotion skill. All right? You have the 7th skill set is invitation and prospecting skills, invitation skills, presentation skills, follow up and follow through skills, getting your prospects started skills, and of course, promotion skills. Now, leadership development skill is out of that 7 basic skills in this business. But leadership skill now takes you not just in this business, but outside the business. You can interact with people not just in this business, also outside the business. That makes you maintain what you've created, because going to the top is one thing, staying at the top and bringing others to the top is another thing. That is why you need leadership development skill. See, leadership development skill is the highest skill needed to create wealth in this business. All right. Now, look, listen, if you are to be ill for 3 months, you can't show up to run this business for whatever reason or follow up anyone, what happens to your business? Does your business thrive? Does your business survive? Or does your business nosedive? You see, if you take a trip for 3 months and you come back and your income is still increasing, you didn't do anything for 3 months, and your income is still increasing, your business is thriving. You are a leader and you've developed other leaders. But if you take a vacation for 3 months, for whatever reason, it may not be a vacation, it may be illness, you're just down, and your business is surviving, or your business nosedived, your income went almost to zero, or your income went from 2 million or 1 million to 200,000 naira. Yeah, there's danger. You are not a leader, and you don't have leaders in your team, and that is why it's happening. You can never get to the top like that. But will you make money? Yes, you make money. But outside leadership, you see, you can have the skill to promote and get people in events and people are attending. But then as they attend, how do you work with them? As they attend the meeting, how do you keep up with them? How do you empower them? How do you teach them? That is where leadership development skill comes into place. Because if they attend those events, they are fired up, and there is no structure to help them, boom, they all go back to their sleep. You will never get to the top. With this, we have put everything in place, structures in place, to make sure that you easily create leaders. And that is why we adopted the new system in Century 21 Freedom Group. Are you understanding me? So that you can, so if you're still taking it for granted, you don't want to apply to become an active partner, it's okay. Know ye this day that you're not going to the top. Now, some of you will now say something like, okay, do you know what? This is getting too stringent. This is getting too tough. Oh, yes. You can't get to the top with ease. Come on now. Don't slap yourself out of fantasy land. Have you ever seen somebody climbing to the top of the hill easily? Woo, I'm having fun. It's work. But when he gets to the top, woo, wow, he puts his flag. I made it. You can't get to the top with ease. You can't get to the top unintentionally. It has to be by intention. You have to be intentional about it to get into the top. So don't think in this business is different. No, it's not different in this business. It's not different in any business model. As far as it's a business that you get revenue. It's not easy. There's a dude that started YouTubing since 2015. And today they gave him the gold badge. There's this certificate or whatever they give you YouTube. And I don't even know him. All right. And then he was on the internet, and I saw him. He was so excited. He said, "Oh, you keep doing whatever you're doing." You know, he had this. I think it's gold. I forgot what they call it. YouTube gives it to you if you reach a certain number of followers or subscribers, right? But guess what? When somebody does, I want to go and start doing YouTube. Hey, it's blessed. That's when they pay, because if you have that, I think it's 1 million subscribers or so, and 1 million subscribers with YouTube translated to money, that's some good money. 1 million subscribers, 1 million. But what most people don't want to accept is that it took him since 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 8 years later. 8 years. But somebody wants to do it and make that money in 8 weeks or 8 months. So whatever business, whatever venture, you must have the mindset for a long term. So pay attention to this. If you need to listen to this video again, listen to it again, and this will help you get to the top.
If you ask a disagreeable person what he wants, say, or she.
Yes. And that is what we're talking about, getting to the top. with this alone, you would understand that there's nothing complex about the things that we do in this business. It's just understanding. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Clarification? Any questions? All right, go ahead and ask on the comment section. Yeah, ask on the comment section. Yeah, you can ask the question in the comment section quickly. All right, before I see the questions, I want to celebrate all active partners who have been fully onboarded. You guys are welcome to the new future, and I want to celebrate each and every one of you one-on-one. Once again, you have formed, you are part of the new era of Century 21 Freedom Group, the Vision Business Academy. Davina says, good morning, sir. Please, for me, here in Sierra Leone, can my leader pick the SMO for me? What will happen is, since you're in Sierra Leone, your leader can pick your SMO and be marking it for you. Once anyone you finish, it will be marked. She will mark it for you, and when you finish everything, it will be signed here in Nigeria while you're there, and it will, I mean, after she signs it and completes what, she will send you a copy through. She will scan it and send you a copy, so you have a copy, and then she returns the other one to confirm that you've you finish your SMO, in your journey to becoming a Kingsman. So what happens when you leave with a person that's negative? That's a negative influence on you, but because the person provides shelter for you and not able to cut the person off, how do you reprogram your mind to avoid such a person? The person provides shelter for you. Okay. Now it depends. If you're talking about your father, it's different. If you're talking about a friend who's providing shelter for you, I mean, it's providing shelter for you, it's not providing life to you. If he's a friend that you're squatting with him, right? Then there are certain rules that he may have. Just he doesn't control you, basically. Now I'm talking about a friend. I'm going to come back to your parents. He doesn't have control over you. He simply says, okay, come back by this time, come back. So because of security, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to hang out with him because you're staying with him. If you guys are gisting, you don't necessarily have to gist with him if he's a negative person. So you don't enter into an argument that will make him to send you packing from his house. So all the time you are immersed in your study, in your skill acquisition, on your YouTube trainings, Zoom trainings, right? That is if it's particularly negative. You don't need to be having discussions or one-on-one chats together per se. Now, if it's your parents, your dad, your mom, and they are dictating what you have to do, now you have to be smart and use wisdom. And God created us that way. We use this You don't have to get into arguments with them. If it's your parents, you have to sell the vision to them of what you're doing. And then tell them, please, I know, Daddy, you don't understand what I'm doing. You may not agree with what I'm doing, but please, Daddy, I want to pray for me on this. All right. And try as much as possible not to fable. You are in this meeting and you are. Can you share with us what you are discussing with people? Now, this is a funny thing. This is Faboke. Faboke, are you in this meeting with us? Everybody's seeing you. Faboke. Are you in this meeting with us? All right. See, that's a challenge. A lot of people are here, but they're not here. I mean, this is pretty much a good example. I'm going to video this. Faboke, can you hear me? Faboke. It's okay. I just wanted to show that to get people's attention. All right. If you're here, be here. So that you don't be part of those who, at the end of the day, you're not succeeding and you're blaming it on the business. The business doesn't work. All right. Now, there are several ways to handle someone. I've shown you how to handle for a friend, for a parent that you're staying under their roof. Sell the vision to them. You have to sell the vision to them. And if you know that they're not going to buy into that vision and they're going to be tough, all right, just plead for them to give you the space, and you kneel down and tell Daddy, please pray for me. Put your daddy's hand on your head and say, Daddy, pray for me. This is a project I want to do for the next 2 to 3 years. All right, but pray for me. If you can get your father or your mother to pray for you on anything, they won't attack you on that. You see, nobody condemns what they prayed for. All right, it's a strategy. Well, I hope that helps you, because you didn't give me you just, glazed on top of the question. You didn't say particularly who the person is, so I just gave you a basic answer. Excuse me. How do you revive sleeping team members? Please, sir. Not able to do video though, and can't talk too long. Just help me with ideas. How do you revive team members? Get them to attend Emerge 2023. Get them to buy the tickets. Now, this is how you do it. Let them know that, look, I know you started this business last year, last 2 years, last 6 months, last 3 months, and nothing seems to be happening. There's good news. There's a good opportunity for you to be a partner, a pioneer in the real estate division. And this is what we've been praying for, and God has made it to happen. Now, it's going to be open to new members, but you as an older member, I want you to be part of it. Now, where you see the big picture, you don't have to attend meetings now. Just buy the ticket and hold it by January 17th and 18th. Just attend. After attendance, see, it's just 10,000 naira. Make them understand that they're going to spend that 10,000 naira whether they attend the Emerge or not. Watching a movie now, how much did we spend? Almost 12,000 naira watching Wakanda Forever. Me and wifey. Almost 12,000 naira, all right? So that's just watching a movie. So let them know that they're going to spend that 10,000 naira anyways. However, but with the 10,000 naira, they can get an early bird ticket, secure, and attend the Emerge. That after the Emerge, if they want to completely stop the business, they can now stop the business. In fact, after the Emerge, if it did not make sense to them, you're going to refund them the 10,000 naira. There's some people you're going to use that line for, because they are going to be exceptionally blown away after the Emerge. Do you understand? So get them to attend the Emerge. Now, after the Emerge and they still don't want to do the business, it's okay. You can't raise a dead dog. It's easier to give birth to a new baby than to raise a dead baby. Do you understand? So don't always focus too much on those who are dead. Not everybody will do this business. But Remember that they could also run the business on an EAP level, whereby they're not going to be stressed. Help them with the project activate. Just connect 2 people, that's all. And then help their 2 people connect 2 people, and that line will continue to work. You don't actually need them. You need their network. Next question. So please, at what point do I let go of a partner, especially when I try to carry them along and they ain't willing? That is the prayer that all of you have to pray, and including myself. I pray this prayer: Father, deliver me from time wasters. So you need to spot a time waster early on. A time waster is someone who doesn't really want to rise the ranks in the business, but thank God for the new structure. Time wasters can be in the EAP, on the EAP platform. They can do the business at their own time. They are not going to be pressured. Just connect 2 people and then let's do this. Just connect 2 people, okay? Just 2. Faboke, how are you? Faboke, can you hear me? Fabo. No wonder. Her mic is not even activated, so she can't even hear what I'm saying. You see? Who is the leader of Faboke? Please get back to me. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. She is in a meeting, her microphone is not activated, meaning that she's not even hearing a single word, sound, not word. She's not hearing a single sound of what's coming up from this meeting. Amazing, right? So I'm sure this person is an EAP. The person is new. So, leave the person to do things how they want to do things. Eventually, they may not be able to, EAPs may not be able to attend major trainings, but now they can, so let them enjoy. So anybody that is, let them be at the EAP, let them just give you the minimum requirement, all right? And you access their social capital. Since we don't sell in this business, how do we make the money? Adiugo Christi. All right, Adiugo, you need to attend QSG. Adiugo Christiana. I believe you are new in the business, I guess. Accept the unmute, Adiugo Christiana. Accept the unmute if you're there. Otherwise, I'll move to the next question. Christiana, accept the unmute. Quick. No time. No time. Or masterclass is actually 2 hours, but we're going to end shortly. All right, if you're not accepting the unmute, so I may not be able to ask you further questions to help you clarify your question. But if you're new, you have to attend the QSG so you understand exactly how money is made in this business. We sell. Selling happens, but we don't sell. It's the company that sells. If you start, company have sold. Because you start by buying products, you don't start by paying registration fee. There's no registration fee. So if you start, you make purchase from the company sells. We don't sell. But because the company has sold to you and you made a purchase, the company wouldn't have sold without me connecting you, Abi. So the company pays me some commission for connecting you. So the money comes from selling, but we don't sell. Company does the selling. I hope that's clear. Mrs. Ojiako. I'm not through with the 7 ways to get the top. God bless you. I'm not through with the 7 ways to get to the top. I don't understand that question. So if you go to the Emerge retreat with your downlines, and when we back, our fire up, why so are not? Boss, why is it like that? Okay, when we're back, some are fired up, some are not fired up. Why is it like that? The mindset. Some people's mindsets are closed. They have a very closed mindset. So no matter where they go to, nothing happens, right? For instance, let me enter a very okay, no, people think differently, right? There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. There's an analogy I wanted to use, but it's sensitive, so I'm not going to go there. It's a political analysis, but I don't want to go there. How I answer this question is, most of you know Michael Jackson, right? And when I was growing up, Michael Jackson was an idol to me. I mean, it was iconic. It was like the world president, right? And everybody loves him, right? Everybody loves him. How on earth would someone not love Michael Jackson? But in reality, it's not so. People hated his guts. People didn't want to have anything to do with it. And I just couldn't. Michael Jackson is someone that goes to a concert and he's performing. People are there. They make provision for 15 medical ambulances minimum. I think it's more than that though. And 100 and something medical personnel, because people must faint in his concerts, Michael Jackson, because just for him to pop up from the stage, people are fainting left, right, and center. I mean, that's how iconic he was. How on earth would someone actually hate him? So, you can't answer such questions. That's how life is. The same way you take someone to a big event like Emerge, and people come back and people go to the next level, and some people don't go to the next level. Some people just go back to what they used to be. You can't explain that. It's a human makeup, right? So, and there's nothing you can do about it, actually. There's nothing you can do about it. As iconic as Michael Jackson was, he still had haters. As powerful as Emerge event will be in 2023 by God's grace, people will still not emerge. But from principle point of view, I think the only explanation is that people want success, but they don't want the corresponding sacrifice that leads to success. Let me say it again. People want success, but they detest, yes. People want success, but they detest the corresponding sacrifice that brings about the success. I think that's it. And it's because of how we were trained. It's because of how we're trained to be complicit. We're trained to go through, to accept the path of least resistance. All right. A child will be in school, he failed class 1, class 2, the mother would push him to class 3, even though instead of allowing him to repeat the class, they will push him so that he will not have that social trauma of his classmates avoiding going past him. Secondary school, the same thing. University, he feels not the child. So what are you teaching the child? When the child comes to the real world, he believes that everything comes easy. So when you take that child to emerge, he says, yes, this is good, but nobody's going to help me. Will anybody help me? If nobody's going to help me, I'm not going to do it. So that's the primary fundamental challenge with a lot of people. And I'm talking about a lot of people. That is why we keep teaching you to reprogram your mind. We keep teaching our members to reprogram their minds, because for there to be success, there's got to be a corresponding sacrifice. It is sacrosanct, all right? You can't run away from it. I'm sorry. You just can't run away from it. And that is why, listen, let me say this. Anytime you look for shortcuts to anything, anytime you look for shortcuts to make money, you have positioned yourself to lose money. Anytime you look for shortcuts to make money, you have positioned yourself to lose money. It's sacrosanct. It's a mark that cannot be contested anyway. Look at FTX, that Forex cryptocurrency platform that crashed from $60-something billion to $0. They finally arrested the guy yesterday. I mean, millions of people putting their money there. But the question is this: do you arrest the guy? Don't you arrest also the folks that put their money there? I don't know, because the truth of the matter is this: it is greed that pushes people to go and do investments that they know will crash. I mean, cryptocurrency, why are people putting in their monies? Okay, let me not be harsh, right? People want to make more money. There's some people that legitimately they have excess money and they want to put it there. That's different. You see, that crash will not affect some people that put in millions there because they already have a system that brings in millions to them. The people I'm actually worried about are those who refuse to do business like this, but they'll prefer to go and put their money in a cryptocurrency because there's no work to be done, it's easy, blah, 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 blah. Now look at, they're all crying now. Do you know why? Because anytime you're looking for a means to make money easily without work, you are positioning yourself to lose money. All right, so that mindset has got to be broken. If it's not broken, forget it. You're not going anywhere. And that's exactly what's going to happen to some of your downlines. Emmanuel, I hope you understood that. All right, Triumph says, sir, my dad specifically told me last week, Sunday, that he realized I get home very late at night, sometimes 12 a.m. And I said the next time, and he said the next time it happens, he'll make sure I stop this business. What can I do, sir? Stop going home that late now. You still stay with your father. Stop going home that late. That's actually too late. You don't have to be out that late. Try your best. I don't know the circumstances surrounding you coming late, but your father doesn't want you to come home late, not because he doesn't believe in the business you do, but he is specifically interested in your safety. I don't know your location, but Nigeria is not as safe, right? So every well-meaning father will want the safety of their daughter. I believe you're a lady, right? So he's saying it out of love, not because he hates the business. But he can also rationalize it. Men are logical beings. So he's rationalizing it and he's saying that if this business can only work with you coming home by 12 midnight, then that means you have to stop the business. Not because he wants you to stop the business, but because of the, resulting side effects, which borders on insecurity that comes with it. So just stop coming in late if you can, and do a corresponding. So if you have to be in the office still, why don't you get home and continue your calls from home? If it means meeting, continue your meeting on Zoom. If it's meeting, if you don't have Zoom, continue your meeting on WhatsApp, right? You don't have to be late, depending on where you are, until you get to your apartment, and then you can actually provide security for yourself, and you know that you can, handle yourself fine. But I mean, since you're with your father, he's just looking out for you, that's all. So just give him that respect so that he doesn't stop your business. No matter what you see, no matter what you say, you can't afford to be going home late as far as your father is concerned. Even if you say, Father, pray for me, he will pray for you, but you can't come home late. And again, there's also a possibility that you might be hanging out in his head, in his mind. There's a possibility that he doesn't know where you are, apart from insecurity. He doesn't know who you're hanging out with, what you're doing out late, so all those things contribute, all right? So that's what I think you should do. Stop going home late as much as possible. Which other question? So can the mindset go without the skill? Can the mindset go without the skill? No, they go hand in hand. Can my go without salt in the food? No, they go hand in hand. My dad shouldn't be walking around that late in the night. Yeah, I've explained that. Rebecca, my own case is the people I'm staying with, they don't want me to do the business at all because they think it's not working after their past experience in their past in this same venture. All right, David, Rebecca. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, it's normal. They don't want you to do business. So what do you want? I mean, sometimes you just have to answer you have to answer questions with your senses. I mean, we're all intelligent. It doesn't really matter your background, but we are all intelligent. It's just that we don't use our intelligence. My case is people are saying that I'm staying with, they don't want me to do the business at all because they think it's not working and they are past because of their past experience in the business. Okay, Rebecca, you know how this sounds is some people who don't want me to write, the people I'm staying with don't want me to write JAMB because they all failed JAMB, so they don't want me to write JAMB. The people I'm staying with don't want me to have 6 packs. I'm going to gym and they all discourage me from going to gym because they all have 1 pack. They went to gym before, none of them got 6 packs, so they want. I really want to answer this. Boss, what if the negative energy is coming from a leader? Huh? What if the end, is it real or you're just giving a scenario? See, I don't care who you are. Be you my leader, be you my father, be you my, if you're giving me negative energy, I cut off from you. So I told my mom severally, my mom can't afford, she knows now. You see, first of all, you need to know, you need to define that boundary. It's not going to be like a figment of your imagination. Define the boundary to yourself, first of all. Then don't accept rubbish from anybody. I defined that boundary. I, first of all, accepted it as my reality because it's biblical. Philippians 4:8. On everything that is good, pure, beautiful, authentic, praiseworthy, think on those things. If the Bible is telling me to think on beautiful things, good, and you are bringing negative energy, who the heck are you? Pardon my French. That is how serious I take it all. And my mom knows this. See, once she enters the negative place, when I established it as a rule, and she starts speaking negative, I say, Mommy, I'm going to have to cut this phone. I'll call you back when you begin to talk positively. That is how, that's Mom's here. Mommy, I'm going to have to cut this phone right now. We'll talk again when we begin to enter into the positive realm. I don't talk negative. Mommy, boom, I cut the phone. She knows. I did it almost 3 to 4 different times. But I'll tell her that, Mom, I'm cutting the phone. I don't want to hear. You want to go to, you're traveling to Lagos. All this bad all this bad. I said, Mom, okay, do you know what? I'm going to talk to you later. I'll have to cut the phone now. Anything negative. Why are you telling me negative things? Then when it was becoming too harsh for me, I said, okay, Mommy, do you know what? I'm traveling to Lagos. Pray for me. Just pray for me. Cover me. I'll go there. Boom. Cut the phone. I can't take it. I get really, really, I get really animalistic towards anybody that brings negative energy to me. I mean, I don't hide it. I cut you off immediately. It doesn't matter who you are. If your leader has a negative vibe, disconnect. Go to your leader's leader, and if that one has a positive vibe, request you work with that person. Don't work with anybody with negative energy. You can't compromise that. Do you understand? Yeah. Yeah, say I said so. Tell your leader that I said so. All right. Somebody's in, I have applied since 2nd of this month with my summary. I've applied second time. I won't mind to apply again. No. If you want to apply, if you want to apply, make sure that your application goes. There's another, apply now and submit now. Make sure that it's submitted and follow up until you are approved. Is that simple? Make sure that you don't overlook any instruction. Follow the instruction of application. Boss, I have a downline who is 2 years in the business. This is from Rukayat. I have a downline who's 2 years in the business, but things are still difficult for him in the business. But now his uncle offers him a house help job for 150K, and he can be doing the business part-time. So how will I advise him? a 150K house help job, right? And he wants to be doing the business part-time. I won't do that. I won't take that offer, all right? Why? Because I am more exposed. I was exposed mentally before I started the business, so I wouldn't have taken that job. But it's a sweet offer, 150K for house help job. Sweet, magnificent offer. But I guarantee you, in the next 10 years, that guy is still doing a house help job, perhaps making 200K that time around, or making no money because it's a conditional job, right? I'll prefer, me personally, right? I prefer to do something that'll help me to grow. I cannot grow as a house help because you're doing all the job. No time to learn, no time to study, no time to, even if you want to do this business part-time, are you going to be on Zoom when you're supposed to be cleaning, doing this, doing that, doing that, doing that? Do you understand? So if you can do it part-time, you have to help him to do it part-time, just to connect to people and work with him, at least let him be making money. If you can begin to make 100K, 70K in this business every month part-time, it will help him to say, do you know what, if I'm making 100K part-time from this business and my Oga is paying me 150K, I beg, that means and I'm doing Oga's business full-time, that means if I focus on this business full-time, I'll be making more than 150K. Then it will help him to quit the house help job, right? So that's how to handle it. You have to step in and help him if he's really interested in the business. Open up his contact, use it for the activate, all right? Let him connect to people, and those people connect to people and build it like that. It works. I've made a purchase of over Paul Daniel, 3 weeks of my registration, and it's difficult to get the product and it's becoming discouraging to move on, sir. It's difficult to get the product, or it's difficult to get some of the product. Okay, Paul, let me get your complaint. Paul, accept the unmute. Quick. We're about to run out of time. I'm just doing question and answer, and this question and answer is also good.
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
Yes, I'm there. Good morning.
Hello, Paul. How are you doing? Can you hear me, Paul? Good morning. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Mina.
All right. Who's your elite vision leader?
Emmanuel. Sorry, Ezekiel Vincent.
No. Who is your elite vision leader? You don't know. So when did you start the business?
About 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. So you're relatively new. Fantastic.
And I'm an active partner.
You're an active partner?
Yes, sir.
You were approved?
Yes.
And you don't know who your elite vision leader is?
Hello.
That's not good though. Well, that's not good though. Anyways, you said you need to find out who your elite vision leader is immediately after this meeting. Now you said that you started and you haven't got your products. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You've not gotten any products at all.
I only get the choco. That's the only thing I got.
Now, Paul, how do you expect me to trust you after this? Let me tell you what you wrote down. I have made a purchase over 3 weeks of my registration, and it is difficult to get the product, and it's becoming discouraging to move on. I was expecting you would have said, I've only gotten the mic choco, but I've not gotten the other products, right? I mean, it's easier. You're painting a picture as if you've not gotten anything at all.
No,
now that makes me look at you as not being honest.
No,
yes,
but you
want to explain the gravity of what you're going through.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you, paint a different scenario or different picture so that people know how to help you. Right. Don't be that person that will exaggerate things to get people's attention. Never be that person. It doesn't work out at the end. All right, so let me help your experience. You're not the only one. There are product issues. In fact, as I'm speaking to you now, okay, there's a lot of static noise on your side, but I hope you're still listening. Now, let me help you here, and to everybody who's having a product challenge, all right, especially for new ones. Hang in there. That's what I can tell you is hang in there. You're going to get all of your products. All right. All of your products. There is, because of the transition that Nigeria is going through right now, there's a lot of issues that borders on product availability. All right. That the company is dealing with as I speak to you now. And it has to do with a lot of discrepancies in the clearing officers in Lagos, looking for kickbacks here and there. And it's not something I can, easily say out here. Unfortunately, Nigeria that's the level we've gotten to. In fact, let me tell you how bad it is. Let me tell you how bad it is. And that is why we continue to be grateful that our company is still alive and kicking. And we also need to continue to pray that we will weather the storm, because it will not be this bad for too long. Are you aware that game, in Jabi Mall, Jabi Mall, where you have Jabi Mall is one of the biggest malls in Abuja. And there's the game section. Game is more like it's another supermarket, like ShopRite, right? Game is closed in Abuja. The big, most of you know, game facility is closed. They were selling off things at ridiculous discounts, giving as high as 80% discount just to sell off as quickly as possible. They all closed down. Procter & Gamble closed down their $800 million plant in Oyo State last 2 years. Closed down. Nigeria economy, Nigeria is not just the economy, but there are certain things that happen that is chasing foreign investors away, that borders on serious inconsistencies in policy. Let me give you an instance that everybody have heard. They said that they were redesigning Naira. That wasn't a redesign. It was a recoloration. The same design is there, but they spent how many billions to make that? How many hundreds of billions of Naira to make 20-something billion Naira worth of discolored notes? There is a positive side for that, but it's not redesign. They called it redesign so that they will be able to attach and defend the amount they were going to use. If they actually redesign it, it will cost that high. But why would you use the same amount for redesigning and to just recolor? Because you removed the number of colors on the notes. So it's not supposed to cost that high. I'm just giving you an insight of what is happening in Nigeria. And it's messing up a lot of foreign investors, foreign companies. They're not making profit at all. And it keeps happening on the high level, mid-level, low level, all right? So what does that mean? It means that a lot of companies are being affected, including our company. But thank God that we have someone who's close to the government that is, mitigating all of this. And it is now left for you and I to be a little bit patient. This government will come and this government will soon go by God's grace. If a new government, that is why this is my own personal opinion. You don't have to flow with me, but it's my own personal opinion. is because of this past 8 years, I honestly don't want PDP government. I honestly don't want APC government. Honestly. Wakwanso can come and be in charge. Obi can come and be in charge. Showore can come and be in charge. I don't care, but any other party outside APC and PDP, I'm for them. It doesn't mean I don't have friends in APC. It doesn't mean I don't have friends in PDP, but this is my personal opinion. The reason is this. If APC comes back, PDP comes back, it will be the same old thing. Do you know why? They understand. Do you know, with all this nonsense happening, none of you can do anything. I can't do anything. Nobody can do anything. It is fraud with impunity, with disregard to the human wishes and aspirations. Nobody. See, if they know this, you and I are suffering. There's so much killings going on out there. God, your president is not addressing it cohesively. Come on, think about that impunity. Billions are being stolen, things are happening. They're not doing, and nothing will happen. No impeachment will happen. Nothing for 8 years. My brother, my sister, if APC comes into power, if PDP comes into power, it's not Atiku. That's what you need to understand. It's not Tinubu, it's the party. These parties have a structure that enables and empowers impunity. We're seeing it. We're not blind. And we are all intelligent that we see these things, right? So, but what can we say? Look at what's happening. On a normal day, we should not have a deficit in products. Now, after paying all the duties and everything, somebody is saying, give me a kickback. The kickback they're talking about is not 1 naira, 2 naira. They're talking about the hundreds of millions. All right? And it's not just this, it cuts across board, all companies. You know, so we just have to hang in there, right? Just hang in there. Don't quit. This is not the first time. What is bad will never be bad for too long. And that is why let's do our own part. Let's, out of conscience and intelligence, you know, vote rightly. Don't vote because I told you to vote. You know, vote from your matured mind, from your intellect. I mean, like I said, you know, the party. If the party has a very flawed perception of leadership, it will rub off all the citizens and everybody will suffer it. Okay? So let's just hang in there. The products will come, and when they come, you get all your products. Let's continue doing the business. And more products are going to be flooded very soon before Christmas, all right, by God's grace. The only challenge is that, you know, sometimes when products come in, you don't get to know, and others collect their own back order products and they finish it before you know. So leaders, please also be aware of your downlines products so that they can get it as quickly as possible. So I understand you, Paul, that you don't have your products. It's not only you, it's happening across board. There's a product deficit that the company is vehemently working on to eliminate, all right? But by God's grace, if we have a new government, that will also change, all right? It will change for a while. If it's APC government, PDP government, it will change, all right? Because they want to appear as if they are working, but eventually it will still come back to the same thing. So that's why we need to get a better, you know, leader, basically. So I hope I helped you, Paul. Thank you very much, sir. Promoting of events, emerge event only to team members or people outside of the business who hasn't joined the business. No, promote to everybody, whether team members or non-team members. I've said it over and over again. Jim Rohn called it the mystery of the mind. If you just leave it like that, same message everyone will receive, but different reactions. Yes, Peter, you're very correct. Good morning, sir. Some that did not pay complete. What is best way to follow them up so that they can complete the money? My brother, there's no best way. Honestly, there's no best way. Just continue prospecting. Whenever they're ready, they'll start. But just keep sending them we are developing a new strategy so that everybody that makes part payment will be in one group, so that they will be getting information, testimonials, encouragement to help them move and look for the money to upgrade their complete their money. All right. Treasure, the product shouldn't discourage you from moving forward. Yeah. Also, if you have delay in delivery, contact your leader who recommended you. Yes. So please also be in touch with your leader and keep reminding them. All right. So that once the products are available, they can help you to get it. Okay. And please, leaders, this is where you have to do some real good work. Don't just sponsor people, because that's part of sponsoring people. Paul has one packet of my choco and he doesn't have any other thing. All right. Yes, I understand you need to prospect more people, get them into the business, but don't also forget that Paul needs to get some of the back orders. Even if he doesn't get anything, he needs to get some more products. So you have to put it into your plan and make sure that happens. People like success, people like success, but detest the taste, the corresponding sacrifice that leads to success. Yes. Getting the product can be a good encouragement, considering that you have gotten value for your money. Oh yeah, I've explained the point of the product. So yes, it will be a sort of encouragement. Let me also let you know that in 2016, when we started this business, there was a scarcity of products as well. Same, it was just, there was a new government that just came in 2015. So they were shaking up a lot of things. Product for 6 solid months. You even have one product. For 6 solid months, no products, not one product. My brother, I had downlines and had to manage that issue until they saw. And when you say 6 months, it wasn't as though we knew it was going to last for 6 months. It wasn't, as far as we were concerned, it was an indefinite problem. Week 1, no products. Week 2, no products. Like joke, 1 month don't expire, no products. Like joke, 2 months have expired, no products. 3 months, no products. Some people were dropping off, right? And it was a headache for us because people were dropping off. But we kept on trying our best to promote and letting people know that no, calm down. Products will come. What if products comes and you've abandoned the business? What have you gained? But if you stay in the business and eventually products come, you still have your products, right? Then the products will come, but just give you some time. Almost 5th month, still no product. So I want you to think about it. How would you have performed if you had started this business in 2016? Would you have been part of those who quit, or would you have been part of those who stayed? Because those who stayed are smiling now. Those who quit will justify their quitting. But my question to you is this: on whose benefit? If you quit and you justify, oh, I quit because there was no product, on whose benefit? Because the products will still come. And guess what? When the products came, they refused to collect the product. Yeah, it's your money. Collect the product. If you don't collect, who is paying you now? But the fundamental truth is the product was not unavailable only for you. It was unavailable for everybody. Do you understand? So it wasn't a personal thing. It was something that was affecting everybody. So what do? Hang in there until that phases out. And it phased out, and there were products. In fact, there were so many products that aimglobal had to bother with products expiring. They flooded the whole country with products that, there were less then in 2016, 2017. That was when we were just gathering momentum. All right. So it will be sorted out. Trust me on that. So let me go. Is there any other question? Sorry, I'm not meant to answer some questions here, but okay. No, this. Let me see. Some of the unprecedented scarcity of the product is a good thing for now. This will help us to appreciate the value of same, although we pray for quick delivery and soon we will all rejoice. Oh yes, don't worry, there'll be products. I mean, has been in Nigeria since how many years now? They're not going anywhere. I mean, so it's not like a fly by day, disappear by night. I tell you, all right. Don't let the devil use it against you. You hate yourself. I mean, you be discouraged. I mean, you be disappointed if you quit now. All right. Don't let it discourage you. Just keep hanging. It will come. Products will come. I've said it several times. It will come. All right. So most the products, most impossible in absence of the products, even to get some of the family use. So what's the way out? Hang in there. She don't wait hanging there. It's happening to me too. I'm out of C24/7. The ones this is my colors. These are the ones I bought way back. I have only God knows how many C24/7 I have back order. If it's not up to 140 something, so. And I'm out of C24/7. Like I don't even have it in the house, So, but just hang in there. I understand. All right, it's affecting me. It's affecting everybody. But just hang in there. All right, trust me. Trust me on this. Hang in there. When the products begin to come, you forget there was once upon a time there was a scarcity of products. It will come. All right, just hang in there. So please, I can. That's Tochukwu says, can I get the recorded version of this morning's meeting? My work does not allow me to the time a year. This your work. I hope it's paying you well, though. If it's not paying you well, stop allowing it to take all your time. Use your time to be productive in this business and create fortune for your family. All right. But yes, the video, the YouTube, there's a YouTube version, so I'll send the link for everybody. So please, what do you have to tell some of us that don't have anybody to give us advice, but the people around gossip about us very well because of our struggling? Saeed, what do you have to tell some of us that don't have anybody to give us advice, but people around gossip about us? Okay, I think you're saying something about you've been doing the business, you don't have that remarkable result, you don't have that big result. And because of that, people around you are just making fun of you. Say, this person go find work to do. And then you don't have a personal advisor. You do. Your personal advisor is your elite vision leader, and then your subsequent leaders before your elite vision leaders. All right. Yeah. Your advisor is your cell meeting. That's where you get strength and advice. Your advisor has become an active partner, and you begin to attend some powerful cell meetings that will change your mindset. You see, in the midst of all the negativity happening around you, because people are looking at you based on the fact that you've not gotten results, derive energy, use it as an energy source. Demand that you will never be used as a negative news in the next 2-3 years. That these people will swallow their words. Let it be the fire that will drive you to become successful in the business. You see, it's not what happens to us, it's what we do with what happens to us. It's not what people say about us, it's what we do with what they say about us. Let me give you an instance. I was on YouTube, I was given a strike because I infringed on a copyright. So I have Mark Morris video on my YouTube channel so that people can go and get content and Now I wanted to log into my YouTube and it was blank. And I clicked. They said, you have been given a strike. Just like our new model now. 3 strikes. YouTube gives you 3 strikes. 1 strike lasts for 90 days. That's 3 months or more. If you get 2 strikes, 3 strikes, they terminate your YouTube account forever. That's how bad YouTube is. But then I entered and I saw that it was Matt Morris that removed his video I put on my YouTube channel. He removed it and sent a complaint to YouTube, and YouTube gave me a strike that I'm doing copyright. That video is not my video. What is it doing on my channel? I did not take excuse from the owner, right? Now I had mixed feelings. And the funny thing is that it wasn't a now video, right? Because, I do content videos now, I put on YouTube for partners to consume. But this was when I was still starting the business. I didn't have any content. So I was using other people's content so that downlines can have something to go to. If you say Google Matt Morris has different video content on YouTube. So which one are they going to? So I simply download and put on my YouTube. Excuse me, no matter how you explain bad thing. The bottom line is that I did not take permission from him, and I put his content on my YouTube channel, and people are going to my YouTube channel, making me have traffic on my YouTube channel, which is something traffic he ought to have been having. Then I have to get that strike. But you see, I didn't remember about this video because I know about YouTube strikes. I would have removed it a long time ago, but I just forgot about it. So that means all of you who are putting other people's videos on your channel, be very careful. But why am I sharing this story? Why I'm sharing this story? It happened to me, and I felt a little bit bad. It's a mixed feeling. So why is Matt Morris? Come on, man! You are a top dog in the industry. You're a millionaire in dollars. Why are you giving me giving a poor guy a strike? Come on, man! Cut me some slack. Why on earth would you do this? I mean, you're a big boy. Mixed feelings. Now, I wanted to feel bad. I wanted to become antagonistic. Who the heck do you think you are? Why? I wanted to think in that direction, but I now controlled it. I said, okay, yes, I messed up. I didn't take permission, but right there and then, I removed Eric Waters' video on my YouTube channel. I removed everything. I said, it became a fuel for me to bring out more content. I don't need your content for my partners in Nigeria. Let me create Nigeria-centric, Africa-centric content for my people to consume. Amen. So that became a fuel for me, right? To now discipline myself to get more content and put out on YouTube. As against feeling bad and antagonized by him, and I begin to hate Matt Morris. Anywhere I see him, I cut him off. I don't want to listen to you. Do you understand? So it's not what happens to us, but it's how we interpret it and how we maximize it for our own gain. So that energy that I would have used to give negative feedback, make me feel bad, I use it to, instead of me feeling bad, let me use this to fuel my resolve to create more content that will appeal to my partners. Same thing. I'm paying your bills. Then use it as an energy. Your father is paying your bills. He's saying, come home early. And you know that if you come home early, you won't be able to maximize your time at home. So what do you now need to do? I need to get my own apartment. How do I get my own apartment? I need to make more money. So that means I'll have to prove somebody wrong. I'll do this business, make enough money, and move to my apartment. Instead of whining about the crying, they don't want me to do the business. Do you understand? So it's what happens that matters. Anyways, I hope you learned one or two things. Stop using people's, and if you have a mastermind or a G8 leader, Ambassador Ronke, Ambassador Vivian, Ambassador Deborah, Ambassador whoever, and you want to put their video content on your channel, I beg you, tell them, if they refuse, respect it, or go to their own channel and be getting that content. Don't copy it and put it in your own channel. I'm telling you, because tomorrow, if they notice that you have more traffic on that channel, yeah, for their own content that you do not take permission, that means you might be making money from that content, and they might strike you. So it's also building us to become accountable. It's also building us to become business oriented. In the business world, there are repercussions. All right. So I hope I helped somebody there. So we are getting some reaction like chicken pox after taking my choco and coffee. Why? It is called healing effect. Number one, check that my choco is still valid, that is not expired. If it's expired and it's more than 6 months, you don't use it again. If it's expired and it's 2 months after expiration, you can still use it. 3 months, you can still use it. 4 months, it begins to, the potency begins to reduce after 4 or 5 months. After 6 months, you don't need to use it again, all right? Even though it expired 6 months ago. So if the Maya Choco and the coffee you are using is not expired and is still authentic, you don't have a problem. What you're experiencing is healing effect. They contain phytonutrients, meaning that you are clearing the toxins in your body. For some people, it comes off as headache. For some people, it comes off as rashes. Don't stop, continue. That rash will go, that chickenpox kind of effect will go in a couple of days. But if you stop, those toxins will come back to your body. So if you continue, if you decide to start taking the chickenpox, start taking the Mychoco, maybe three weeks later, those effects will come up again because it's called healing effect, all right? It happened to me with Restore Life, but don't stop, continue. And you would have eliminated, when you continue, you would have eliminated all the toxins. It would flush out all the toxins in your body and your body comes back to normal. Is that okay? I joined the business to buy products. I joined this business, Christopher, to buy products, sell and connect, but the products are not available. This makes it difficult to convince my prospects when, okay, please can we emphasize products that are available more and then people with no products make it difficult. Christopher, I'm so sorry. If you started this business to buy and sell products, please, I apologize. You're in the wrong place. All right? I apologize, you're in the wrong place. That is not our protocol. You don't need to be with us. So please call. I am apologizing on behalf of you, of the person that invited you and you started. Please call the person at your plan, and you don't need to be attending our sales meetings. In fact, we need to disconnect with you immediately. You don't need our services at all. We're not here to buy and sell. You can actually buy and sell. Go to aimglobal office, all right? You don't need us. You just buy and sell your products, all right? And you'll be making your profit as a seller. That's not what we're about. So you don't get frustrated. We're not about buying and selling, because we understand you can't build a system buying and selling. If you buy and sell, you make money. The day you don't sell, you don't make money. But today I don't sell, I'm making money. Whether I do the business or not, I'm making money. That's what we're going to. So you're in the wrongest place, Christopher. But I want to apologize sincerely for, on behalf of your leader who perhaps may not have explained it properly to you. Therefore, forthwith, you desist from attending our sales meetings to avoid frustration. Go to aimglobal office and you can continue your business as a distributor or as a seller. You don't need our presence. Is that okay? I've made it clear. If you want to work with us, we don't buy to sell. We buy, we use, we connect. We buy, we use, we connect. If you sell on the side, that is added money for you, but that's not what we do. And then don't push it to my face that, oh, I'm supposed to be selling now. Where are the products? We don't sell, we consume, right? If it's not available to consume, then we are patient enough for it to come whenever it comes and we consume it. But if you're dependent on selling to make money, that's not what we're about, okay? You get frustrated. So I would encourage you to go to aimglobal office and properly start your business as a seller or as a distributor, all right? It will favor you in that way so that there won't be any misunderstandings along the way, all right? Any other question? All the more reason you have to make you struggle speak. Okay. Friend must supplement the beverages. How can someone handle the situation whereby your immediate downlines are not being serious in the business? Your immediate downlines are not being serious in business. Could it just be that you are not the one who's being serious? Could it be? In this business, monkey see, monkey do, that's what happens. You see, when it's time for some, I'm not saying that's what's happening to you, but I'm giving you my experience over the years that I've seen happen in this business over and over and over again. You want to, so most people want serious downlines, but they're not serious themselves. And they don't know that their downlines are seeing them. For instance, there's a Zoom meeting. You come in by Zoom meeting of 7 a.m. You come in by 7:15. They're seeing you because they came on time. They typed your name, they didn't see your name. They know the name you used to come in with. So they typed it on this particular day, they didn't see it by 7. Oh, okay. Then next day, they type your name, they see it, but they typed your name around 15 minutes after 7 or 15 minutes after 8. They saw your name, okay? Then 3 days later, they typed your name around 15 minutes after 7, they didn't see your name. 20 minutes after 7 or 20 minutes after 8, they typed your name, they saw your name, okay? But as far as you're concerned, though, you have legitimate reasons why you are coming late. Oh, network. Oh, my work. Oh, they are seeing all those things, but the problem is that they're not telling you. Tomorrow, what you have taught them is you can actually enter these meetings anytime you want. It's not that harsh. And tomorrow, they will sustain their punctuality for 1 week. It's usually 1 week. I've seen it over and over again. After 1 week, they start coming late because they saw you coming late. Even physical meetings, they'll come late. And what has happened is you've taught them how to be unserious without even knowing it. This is what happens all the time. Trust me. I've seen that. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen everything. As far as the business is concerned, the speed of a leader is the speed of a team. If you are responsible to your business and you take your business 100% with alacrity in terms of conscious attention towards the business, somehow it rubs off on your downlines and they're like, man, this is how this business is run. 100%, 100% focus back to back to back. Somehow your team members will follow through. So let's go to the last questions. I think we're almost done. Because the president is, okay. Please, can I get the recorded version? Yes, you can, Tochukwu. Thanks so much, my esteemed ambassador, for taking your time to make all these explanations. I feel highly important and recognized from my great ambassador, Paul Daniel. All right, okay, that's your feeling. But please don't try your best not also to be that person that would need people's attention, all right? Just try your best, okay? See yourself as someone that I have something to offer. I want to bring something to the table. Don't see, I know you're new, and I'm also speaking to all new people. Don't put yourself in that position whereby you're always expecting someone to do something for you. I'm not saying that your leaders don't have the responsibility to help you with basic things in the business, right? But don't be like those people that say, I was sick and nobody called me. Don't mess with your heart, all right? You know, people, because the person you're hoping to call you may be undergoing one problem or another. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. They may be having family issues as well. That your leader that you feel that they did not call you, did not ask you, where were you? Why didn't you come? Are you okay? Is everything okay? Have you eaten? My brother, my sister, you don't know how that your leader might be owing 2 million. One deal he did before he started this business, he's still owing the 2 million. You don't know. Do you understand? So to avoid all those emotional trauma, don't expect too much from anybody. Just learn what you need to learn. The one they don't teach you, demand, please. Oh, I need to learn. I'm not learning this one. Please teach me, teach me, teach me. Oh, this don't say after all, you did not teach me. No, if they don't teach you, ask. Because the truth of it, we're all human beings. Everybody's going through their. Most of you don't know this. I had the spine immobility for 3 days. I couldn't get up because I slept in the wrong direction, in the wrong format. I don't know, but I woke up, man. My head was heavy. This was last 2 weeks. Nobody knew. I couldn't move for like 3 days. I didn't get out of my house, and nobody knew. Do you understand? It was very, very excruciating. And I found out later that I've been doing exercise, but I've not been doing enough stretches. So I do my liftings, my barbells, but I don't do enough stretches. So my joints was becoming a little bit stiff. In other words, when I slept in a particular manner, it just realigned. So I wasn't able to get up, right? So I had my queen massage, and so for that 3 days I was just at home. The pain was ridiculous, but I didn't tell anybody. So imagine I'm your leader, and then 2 days, 3 days you were ill, you had running stomach, or you had malaria, you had typhoid, and you were in the hospital. And me, I was battling my own, and then you now begin to have bad belly for me, say I don't call you because a day hospital. Now my brother, me, I was battling my own. Now that's just a simple example. So to me, I don't expect anything from anybody, because the person you're expecting something from is going through hard times, and you would never know. And they will not tell you because they don't want to be a burden. Why am I saying this? Because it's good that you asked this question. You responded the way you responded, because I'm helping new people. Because that is always a problem with new people. They feel entitled because they paid money to start the business. No. If you go to China and let's assume you want to do buying and selling business. Is it because somebody introduced you to this business? Business is business. If someone told you that, man, I'm making money in buying and selling business, I go to China and I buy sanitary wares, children pampers, and I'm selling, man, I'm making money from it, right? And you don't even need to start with too much, just 1 million. But from now 1 million sales, including all logistics and everything, just 1 million. But when you sell off all your products, my dear sister, I'm cashing out like extra 2 million profit, and I can do that in 6 weeks. And the thing is sweeting you in the ear, and you carry your 1 million. You go to China and buy those products, right? And then you bought those products and you put up in a shop. And when you opened your shop, right, you had malaria, and you could not come out to your shop for almost 2 weeks because the malaria degenerated to typhoid. So you treated malaria for 1 week, second week, typhoid, third week, you were recovering, then fourth week, you now came out. And that's your friend that told you about the buying and selling business did not call you. And will you begin to throw tantrums? You don't even call me. It's because of you I started this business, so there's something wrong with you. It's because of you, because you told me to go and buy. Dude, deal with your issue. That person that introduced you to the business may be owing bank some 15 million because he borrowed big money, and then they refused to clear his goods in Lagos. He's been battling to pay back 50 million to the bank. And you're there. You won't do that. You use your money to buy the goods, so sort it out yourself. Is it because here we have mentorship and you're hoping every small thing you call your upline? No. Don't get yourself into that place that you feel bad because your upline did not ask you, how are you doing? No. All right. This is how I survive in this business, my brother, my sister. Nobody who they call, who they call me, they say, nah, how far? Instead, I mean, they call people. Do you understand? So that's on a lighter note, though. That's on a lighter note, so that you don't get your heart unnecessarily emotional. And once you are emotional you stop doing the business. And that's the truth. But guess what? When you stop doing the business, do you know that in less than 1 week, they will replace you? Your upline will sponsor 3 more people, as if you did not even start the business. So who's going to lose? You'll be the one to lose, because you will stop the business, you stop making money from the business, you can't build residual income, and your upline is doing it. So, so that's, I took my salvation in my hands. All I would get from my upline is that direction, I'll follow the direction I deploy. Good morning, sir. This product issue is also, yeah. I know the Cameroon issue is also an issue that's been tackled. This is Lucky. I am new in this business. You are a man of wisdom. I love your teaching. All right, yeah. Thank you very much. God bless you. And please understand that as I teach, that you also learn, so that you not always be a student. The idea is you get to become a teacher, so that you also teach others. All right, that means you're growing. But if you always if you're always a student, it means you're not growing. You understand? So my sincere hope for you is that you grow. Okay. What else? We're almost there. Healing effect. Now I understand. I started having the rashes too, but they are now fading away, and my skin is getting more toned. Oh yeah. No, that healing effect is compulsory. It's compulsory. In fact, I'm even surprised when I was. For some people, it could be the supplements, when you're taking supplements. For some of you, C24/7 that would bring that healing effect. Some of you it could be any of the products, all right? But just don't stop. It happened to me. Mine was even terrible. Mine wasn't even a rash. Mine was like I was gonna die. It was what do you call it now? Restore Life. I remember that experience. I was like, gosh, and I knew that was the only thing I took that night. And that was the 3rd time I would take Restore Life. But what Restore Life does, it restores your system back to status quo by cleansing and removing all toxins. C24/7 does that. But Restore Life is conk in itself. It detoxifies, reorders your system by producing serotonin. There's another word for that. And that cleanses your system, destroying the toxins. And when those toxins are destroyed from their molecular state, they get deposited in your system, blocking some it comes off as rashes, some comes off as pimples, some comes off as you're gasping for air. So you continue taking that so that it flushes out completely through feces and excreta and the rest, right? So once you're clear, boom, your system is back to like a newborn baby. All right. So let me scroll down. Any other question? By far, this is the only business that the person who introduced you to a business wants your success more than anything else. Nowhere in the world has this ever been done. Yes, Posh. And then expectation is the mother of disappointment. Never expect anything from anybody and always expect anything from anybody. Yeah, just for your sanity, don't expect anything from. Just be on point. Bring stuff to the table. Request if you need something. All right, the request from someone. If you need someone, don't wish that they call you. All right, if you don't call, don't take offense. All right, people are going through stuff. Trust me, people are going through stuff. You don't know. Your leaders are going through stuff. And you won't understand until you have 10 downlines. Your leaders have 100, 200, 500 to deal with, right? I get plenty. So, but imagine when you have 10 downlines, the more the headache way they get. It's crazy, right? So I learned not to, if my leader is supposed to come through for me and he doesn't, I don't take it personal. All right, I don't take it personal. He's also going through stuff. If you ask, another one is asking for money. If you ask your leader for money and they don't give you, please respect that. Don't take it personal, please. All right. And I have seen that is one of the things that pisses downlines off. You know, when I'm speaking, I say, oh, I'm financially free. And then you ask, down the line, you're in a financial, issue. And then you ask your leader that you need so amount. And your leader doesn't give you. Let me tell you what's going to go on in your head. I'm done, guys. What's going to go on in your head is that this leader that says he's financially free, that makes so amount, I just asked him for 20,000 naira, he's not giving me. Now, there are many reasons that your leader may not give you money. Number one, entitlement mentality. Haven't you realized that when someone gives you something based on a request, you appreciate the person? Tomorrow, if there's a need to ask that same person for a financial assistance or any assistance whatsoever, and they oblige and give you, you will be appreciative. But haven't you realized, I don't know why it happens. A third time, and of course it may not happen immediately, maybe next year, you now ask the person, my wife just gave birth. Please, I need just 50,000. I will give you back. I'll be giving you back. And at that time, that leader may not have at that particular point. Maybe he has invested in different things and he doesn't have at that point. Have you noticed that it will be as if that person never ever helped you before? In fact, the hatred you have in your heart will be as though that person has never done anything for you. You will even insult that person in front of everybody. You're calling yourself a mastermind. Ordinary 50,000, I asked you, couldn't. Now my wife has a miscarriage. Nonsense. All of you are scams. But this was someone that was giving you before. Just at this particular time, he didn't have. And the thing is that they will never accept that you don't have. They will always feel that you are feeling too big. How much is it that you cannot give? Come on now. But guys, haven't you realized it happens like that? So some leaders have said, okay, if I'm going to be labeled a bad person, I might as well not even start giving at all. Begin to call me the bad person from the beginning. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Honestly, it happens. I don't know whether to call it human nature or the ingratitude nature of human beings. All right. So me, how I deal with that myself is I don't give. Another reason I don't give is I also want to watch you. If I know that you're a very hardworking partner, right? I won't just give you like that. I'll give you a condition so that your creativity will pop out. If I can give you as your leader, I'm stifling your creativity. How to get money, how to creatively look for a solution to this problem. It may not be money. You might think the solution is money. It may not be money. So I leave you to be creative. But except it is really, really intense and is in a position whereby I can help, and now I call it community fund. If I still have money in my community fund, then I can help. But if I don't have money in community fund, there's nothing I can do. I won't drop a kobo. Do you understand? So that's it. So to me, I would, yes, some of you are still struggling, you need assistance and stuff, ask, okay? But don't take it personal if you don't get it the way you asked for. Please don't take it personal, because that person you're asking also have family. Let me also shock you. If you know what your leaders are carrying in their head based on family issues, now you go to contribute for your leader. Honestly speaking, if you know what some of your leaders are going through based on family issues, you go contribute money, give them. Because their family have seen them as, oh, you are a global ambassador now, Abi. They are hailing you everywhere. Oh, yeah, they begin to demand from these leaders to the extent that even some downlines, their downlines will ask them for money. The leaders don't have money at that time. And because they don't advertise it and they don't, begin to tell everybody about it, you won't know. So to keep myself sane, if I ask any of my G leaders, G8 partners, masterminds, at that time. Now I seldom do that. But if anytime I ask for any financial, hey guy, give me 1 million, I'm going to give you back tomorrow, and they don't give me, I know that they don't have at that time. I don't take it personal. Now, it's not in my position to go and say you have it and you don't. No. Even if they have it and they don't want to give me, is it my money? It's not my money. So the key word is taking it personal. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask, but if you don't get after asking, don't take it personal, please. It's not your money. Do you understand? They have other things they want to do with the money. It helps to keep you sane. It helps to eliminate all this unnecessary belle. You understand? That's my own advice on that. So God bless all of you. We've come to the end of this meeting. Yeah, God bless you. I have understood that my leader has his own financial responsibilities, and so I need to work hard, yes, to be financially stable. Yeah, but please, the best way for your leaders to help you is be productive. When your leaders know that you're productive, you are the no-nonsense person. You don't give us any small thing, you give excuse, any small thing you give us. When they know that you're hands-on, you always bring stuff to the table, you always show up, whether or weathered, right? It's easier for them to help you. But I've noticed something. I'm going to close with this one. And this is what it blows my mind all the time. I have somebody in this business that he still they pay me to tomorrow. Every time we have events, the person is on ground. I've even given him a reward at some point, 100,000 naira. 100,000 naira. He didn't ask for it, but I just rewarded the fact that he was focused, and he would do things for pretty much everybody. In events, he's always there. He would arrange this, arrange that. He's always there. He arranged for everybody. It's not just his event. It's everybody's event, but he's always there. So I'll be giving this guy special preference. I gave him, 100,000. I made it. Everybody knew about it. This same guy, something happened, and I was asking myself, is this the same guy? It's maybe this. I know they see well. I was flabbergasted. His behavior, he just stopped the business. And I call him, what is going on? He said that he will call me back, he'll call me back. I'm like, where is this one coming from? Now, you have many downlines. Your absence will cost them their growth in the business as their leader. Why are you being absent? You're not telling me. You're not telling anybody. And I'm calling you to find out. You are kind of, like, why should I be calling you? Go to a point I called him, he will cut my call. He didn't pay me till today. So I just decided to. Now, the problem is not just him. The challenge is he has so many downlines that are going to be cut off from productivity in this business because he decided to act selfishly. No matter what you're going through, you have your leader. And I began to see an air of arrogance. I said, oh my goodness. So helping people now is now a problem. Man, after that, I said no more. No. So that's a problem that some leaders see, and they just kind of withdraw. Do you understand? It hits below the belt. How do I explain this? How? Now, tomorrow he will not, I'm sure he will come and say, sorry, sir, I don't know what came over me. Well, For crying out loud, you're not a baby in the business. You are supposed to be a trainer. You know the rudiments of leadership. Why would you allow yourself to go into that length? And tomorrow you now come and say, sorry, sir, I apologize. You know, so now you begin to wonder, should I have, given him that attention? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't have. So I now decided that I'll play with everybody on the same level. If you want to do the business, let's run the business. If you don't want to do the business, that's okay. All right. Thank God there's EAP. Then there was no EAP. So thank God there's EAP. Run the business at your own time, at your own pace. Okay. All right. It hurts when you've given someone so much, and they take you for granted. It hurts, guy. Make I no lie, it hurts. When you've given so much, and then the person like shoves it back at your face like you did nothing, it hurts. And that's one of the things that leaders go through. So if you want to be a leader, you're going to make a lot of money, but you're going to see a lot of shit, right? Pardon my French again. You will see a lot of shit. So brace yourself, it will happen. All right. So, but for you as the newcomer, please keep your emotions intact. Don't expect so much from anybody. Build your business. Request for help if you need help. Don't always hope that somebody will call and say, how are you doing? People have their issues. The person who's calling you, how are you doing? Who's calling that person to say, how are you doing? You understand? So let everybody stand and be matured. We're all matured. Please, I will end with this. All of us are matured. I don't know if anybody is less than 16 years old here. All right. If you're less than 16 years old, that's okay. You're still going to grow. But 20 years and above, 18 years and above, 19 years and above, we're all matured. We're no longer, as far as you're no longer wearing Pampers, nobody's wearing Pampers for you. You bathe yourself. It doesn't matter whether you have one kobo in your bank account. You bathe yourself. You think, you make your decisions. We are adults. So let's stand and hold our business. Let's not just be hoping that somebody will do this for me, sign up somebody under me. Please don't be that person that will keep saying, hey, my leader, sign up somebody under me. No, come on. We're matured. Let's stand and take over our business. All right, God bless you guys. See you if you're in Abuja, 5 p.m., right? Yeah, 5 p.m. at the event venue. That is if you see me. If you want, come late. There will be repercussions on that. And then, of course, see you tomorrow at the event. And then, please, something is about to happen. The early bird ticket is about to be sold out. And I'm super excited. All right, so please get as many tickets as possible before it sells out. All right, God bless you guys, and see you at the top. All right. All right, God bless you guys. Over to you, Ambassador Debbie.
All right, gentlemen, if you can hear me, type 1. Let's go to the comment section and begin to appreciate ambassadors. Yeah, lot of value, lot of wisdom. I appreciate. If you were here to this time, I appreciate him. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, Ma'am Debbie's network is not. All right, so if fired up, take us to closing declaration. Fired up. Yes. Keep it coming. More. It is a whole load of wisdom. Yes, so in the business, there's a lot. And it's so sudden that when you help, you throw it at your face.